Hello, 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 and welcome, my Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your soulmate read for May, June 2020. Though timeless, whenever you're supposed to watch it is when you're supposed to see it, is how that rolls. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, president of Jarring the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and Virgo sun sign. Yes, witch work. How you doing today? I hope you are well. I know we are all in different stages of transformation, going through what we're going through on planet Earth, so I am wishing you the very best and the very blessed, which is why I am doing these readings as well, to help get you a little clarity, a little guidance, a little grace in terms of your soul mate contracts. But first, before we get to that, if you are new to my channel, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell, because I am putting out content every single day. Meditations from the past, from my old Vimeo.com stuff. I'm pulling the meditations and the prayers out and putting them up on YouTube for y'all to watch for free. Doing live streams morning, night, sometimes both, sometimes either, as well as these recorded reads. So please do consider that. The more you do those four things, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment, the more people will see the video. So if they really resonate for you, chances are they will resonate for someone else too. So I would greatly appreciate it. As far as this reading goes, this is a general read, not a private, personal read, which I am really accurate in those, and apparently I'm really accurate in these two from the feedback that I've been getting for the past year or so. But please keep in mind they are general, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. I'm trying to keep these briefer than I usually do. Usually I can go 45 minutes to an hour in a soulmate contract read or a twin flame contract read. They're not the same thing. I'll get to that in a minute. We're only doing 13 cards to keep them brief, because upload times have been insane with everybody on the internet. So trying to put these out in a timely manner, and not at 3 a.m. when they would finally be ready, done uploading, etc. So please bear with me on that front as well. That being said, this is a contract read. We are going to be looking at two parties in the contract. This side we're going to have the divine feminine. This side, the divine masculine. Has nothing to do with bodily gender. I consider myself predominantly divine feminine because of the work that I do. I'm also gay, that might have something to do with it. But that doesn't mean I don't have my masculine energy. Otherwise, how could I be doing this, right? I would be a total hermit monk, right? Never leave the house. Not that I'm leaving the house nowadays anyway. But you know what I'm talking about, which makes these soulmate contracts even more interesting in a way, because of the quantum entanglement of a soul contract, let alone a soulmate contract. The foundation of a soulmate contract, number one, you have more than one. You have many soulmates in one life. They are not all romantic sexual, but these readings are about your romantic sexual soulmate contracts. But that you help each other heal. Very different than a twin flame contract where you teach each other how to heal yourselves. And there are some links in the description box defining that. A new definition thanks to author and spiritual teacher Matt Kahn. I'm very pro Kahn. He's wonderful. Check out his stuff. He's one of the 4 VIDs in the description box for more information and education on that subject. Makes a hell of a lot more sense than the old versions of it, particularly when people would say soulmate and twin flame are the same thing. Nope, not in my experience. It made a real big difference for me, not just as a Virgo, but as a soul incarnate trying to find, you know, love in all the right places, as it were. So let's get down to it. If you focus on your breath and I focus on my breath, you'll be able to stay in the present moment, use that Virgoan gut feeling thing that we have to take what resonates, leave what does not, just like the intestines do in that area, and I will do the best to get us all the clarity, guidance, and grace that I've been working my whole life to refine. Cool, cool? Let's do this. All the decks that I read are in the description box all the way at the bottom. I'm going to start with the Caroline Myss Archetype deck, one for the Divine Feminine, one for the Divine Masculine, and we'll build off of that. Cool. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, and here we go. My collective pantheon of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, 2 cards, one for the divine feminine and one for the divine masculine in this Virgo collective sun, moon, rising Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, soulmate contract for May, June 2020, or timeless, whatever they are supposed to watch this. Please, one for the divine. Oops, nope. One. Please, one for the divine feminine. Nope, that's 2. Please, just one for the divine feminine, please. And one for the divine masculine. One for the divine masculine. No, I'm going to be a stickler. I have this agreement with my guides, with my pantheons. I ask for 1. I wait until I get 1. Please, for the divine masculine in this Virgo collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic, soulmate contract. May, June, and timeless 2020. Let's see who our happy couple is. But before we do, keep in mind, archetypes are neutral. They have both shadow and light aspects, lead and gold, toxic and healthy. So what's written on these cards will give a light attribute and a shadow attribute. The shadow attribute, nobody wants to look at it, but we gotta, because that's what actually you're helping each other heal through the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract. You are helping each other heal, even if you haven't met yet, or you're not together, or whatever the case may be. So let's see who we got here. Well, very interesting. We've got the divine feminine, divine child. That's going to be hard to say, but I will do my best. The divine child archetype. Now, everybody has the child archetype. Maybe not everybody has the divine child archetype. There are many sub-archetypes, sub-patterns within that one. And the divine masculine virgin. My goodness gracious, we've got the virgin archetype in the Virgo reading. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that this is the Virgo, but what are the chances? By the way, looking at my my chart here, Taurus also had the Virgin archetype, but it was in the divine feminine position. So check your chart, right? If you have any major planets, personal planets in Taurus, you might want to look at that. As well as maybe if you're cross-watching for a Taurus, then you probably watched this, watched that one already. But let me read you what's on the cards, right? The shadow attribute of the divine child, which I have the divine child archetype, and I am a Virgo and a divine feminine, so this might be speaking to me directly, but we'll see. An inability to defend oneself against negative forces. Yeah, I got bullied a lot as a kid, even from within my own tribe's youngest that I am. And even to this day, it took me a long time to really accept that no matter how much warding and banishing and purification magic that I can do as a witch, some things are going to always get over the castle wall. And those negativities those negative forces are actually here to help me learn and grow. Sort of like an antigen in the immune system creates antibodies. Tricky subject, but I think you get what I mean metaphorically. The light attribute, innocence, purity, and redemption, Archangel Uriel, Angel of Redemption, suggests a special connection with the divine, and that I do have. So yeah, sort of ringing my solar plexus, second chakra, root chakra bell on that one, earth sign that I am. And for the Virgin archetype, it's odd for a Virgo. I don't really relate. It's not that I hate how you know you have an archetype is you either go or you go gross, right? That's called animation, right? Positive or negative, chances are you have it. But when it's sort of like meh, that's kind of like how I feel about the Virgin archetype. The shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. Not really. Light attribute, maintaining symbolic purity of heart or spirit, right? The only time that I have that kind of purity is with the arts, right? It's like, don't sing off key, at least not anywhere where I can hear it. And if there's choreography, do it well. I'm a bit of an artistic snob that way. I was in the performing arts for really long time growing up. So if you're going to sing off key, just drag a rake across the chalkboard. I can't. I just twitch and pass out. So there we have our foundation. Let's build upon that. Now, I have a feeling there are landscapers in the condo development. I'm hearing all sorts of sounds outside, so if I do have to pause this, I will. Please bear with me. Hopefully they are Going that way, not coming near me. Usually they're not here till Thursday. This is a Tuesday. Breathe. Because I ask my angels to please talk through, speak through, work through this Healing with the Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. One for each. One for the Divine Feminine, Divine Child, and one for the Divine Masculine Virgin. What are the angels working with this couple here in this Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract for May, June 2020, please. One for the Divine Feminine, Divine Child. That's hard to say. And one for the Divine Masculine Virgin archetype. And remember, the Virgin doesn't mean they ain't had sex before. It's more symbolic, although there may be a fear of intimate union for fear of getting hurt. Who they got? Who's the angel? The Angel of Divine Timing. I think this one just came up for either the Cancerian or the Leo read. I took a nap in between, so that kind of etch-a-sketched out of my head which one it was. But you might want to check those, perhaps, at least watch the first 10 minutes or so to see who got that. But that divine timing thing, everything is divine timing. And it's interesting, you've got divine timing with the divine child, but who's more impatient than a divine child, particularly in their shadow? They might be seeing that as a negative force, that time is not on their side. And honestly, time is the thing I struggle with as a Virgo. No question, particularly with this, the videos, putting them out in a timely manner and all of that stuff, until I realized, Mark, no one else cares about your schedule but you. Relax, right? To be more loving with myself. But everything's in divine timing. But it is saying that whatever this angel is helping this divine child with in terms of divine timing is also helping this divine masculine. I have a feeling that these two are meant to be together, but because of what's going on the planet, it's all in perfect divine timing. But that doesn't mean the child's got to like it. What's the angel for the like a virgin? Oh, friendship. Now, here's the thing. Perhaps these two have had a dance before together, and perhaps these two parted ways, but did not maintain the friendship bond. Maybe just really walked away from each other. That is totally a possibility. I kind of went through that, so I may be projecting. But that one really felt like a twin flame contract, not a soulmate contract. But definitely with the healing angel of friendship, it might be saying to this divine masculine virgin to be friendly with themselves, with their fears, and with this divine child archetype, right? To really, okay, they're giving me Marianne Williamson from A Return to Love. I remember this because I read it back in the 90s, and I had it in hardcover first edition. Love, in a paraphrase, please, love is a rose, the stem, the friendship, the blossom, the romance. If you separate the blossom from the stem, you'll have a thing of beauty that quickly fades and dies. If you nurture the stem, the bud will blossom and fall again and again and again and again and again. So really about if these two are going to be together from at least the divine masculine's point of view, to really establish the boundaries of friendship, like that loyalty, that companionship, that fairness, right? That you don't lie to your friends, right? You are honorable to your friends, and you build from that place, getting to know each other like friends would. I hope that doesn't interfere with the reading. That sounds like a leaf blower. I'm not going to use banishing magic to push away a landscaper just because I'm doing a YouTube vid, even though it's a Virgo reading. So it is dark moon, but no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Breathe. Thank you. We're gonna take 3 cards from the Daughters of the Moon Tarot to get a basic timeline, past, present, future. We're gonna take 3 cards from the Mythic Tarot to do the same for the Divine Masculine. So Divine Feminine, Daughters of the Moon, Divine Masculine, Mythic Tarot. Let's do this. Breathe. God, I hope that doesn't interfere with this reading. They just did this the other day. Maybe they're doing another section. breathe. Oh, my goddesses, there you are. Please, the collective divine feminine, the collective divine yin, 3 cards, simple timeline for this divine feminine, divine child archetype with the angel of divine timing. That's an awful lot of divine. Pink flamingos or otherwise, please. 1 card for the past, my goddesses. Where has this divine feminine, divine child been in this soulmate contract? Where are they now in this soulmate contract? Where are they headed in this soulmate contract? Past, present, future. Well, a lot of indecision in the recent past, kind of feeling that's going to play itself out differently. But 2 of Flames for me is my card of indecision. A lot of people want to make that the 2 of Swords, and I understand that, but that's mental, element of air. This is element of fire. Decision is element of fire. You can't unburn something once you've burned it, right? So it's that fire in the hands, right? Not fire in the hole, fire in the hands. Do I want to go this way? Do I want to do that way? It's that push and pull within our own desire field of what to do. So it's not about knowing, it's about the indecision of uncertainty of what I want, of indecision. Where are they now? Ooh, the Ace of Flames. So a lot of fire here. So there is a rebirth here. There is a new desire. I do get the feeling either this divine feminine, divine child archetype has been here before, which who hasn't in relationships once you're a certain age, but I think with either the Virgin archetype in general, another Virgo in general, or with this specific divine masculine. So a new beginning, a willing to see things differently, a new desire, a renewed creative spark. Where are they headed? Oh, the coyote. The discovery that a trick has been played. Now that trick, that divine child might have played a trick on themselves, might have believed something that wasn't true. The trickster is the coyote woman, half of the devil card in this deck. They divided it up into 2 different cards, the other being oppression. Or maybe that this divine masculine, a trick was being played and that trick is brought to light. Now, the thing about the trickster in general is that it's not necessarily an evil card. The gods play tricks all the time in order to teach us. Every pantheon has a trickster, right? And if you look at coyote medicine, yeah, look up, if I could speak, the coyote medicine and Native American stuff. It's absolutely a trickster in terms of teaching you what you couldn't have learned any other way. So maybe there was a delay here in this relationship that they came together and then were separated. Feeling awfully familiar to me. And I hope I'm not projecting here, but I was pretty sure that one was a twin flame, not a soulmate. Though there are twin flames, apparently, that alchemize into soulmate contracts, according to Matt Kahn, but I ain't never seen one. Suspicious. Let's look. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I think I've got an impersonal investment here. I will try to wipe it from my eyes as I read. It's not the easiest thing to do. You try doing this. Reading quantum fields of hundreds of thousands of people. Sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, any sign, right? Breathe. Well, at least the leaf blower stopped. I'll take that. Please. My gods, the collective divine yang. Please, please, please. 3 cards for this divine masculine virgin archetype with the angel of friendship. He better come friendly if it's who I think this is for me. That's a good thing we're all one. Please, 3 cards, simple timeline for the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. What you got? What you got for the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs for this divine masculine? 1 card for the past. Where has he been in this contract? Where is he now in this contract? Where is he headed in this contract for May, June 2020? Timeless. Well, the past, we've got the Emperor, sort of the ultimate divine masculine card, the culmination, the combination, the amalgamation of all the kings, all the cardinal signs of the zodiac. Now, this is Zeus, so probably a very controlling personality, or someone who had to take control of their lives, control of their situations, usually after a time of what? Chaos. Now, chaos is divine order. It's all part of the divine plan. And maybe had to be a little imperious, a little empirical in terms of making decisions that affected everybody involved. Now, if these two don't know each other, which I would rather, then this really could be the thing where the divine feminine here is sort of like feeling this renewed thing, but is moving into that trickster of really learning a lesson that everything that was such a delay and the indecision was necessary. But here, if we've got the Emperor in the past with the Ace of Cups in the present, that this divine masculine virgin here may well have had to be controlling and demanding and aloof. Right? Zeus is not such an imminent god. He sits on top of Mount Olympus, except to get his thing wet every now and again with the mortals, both male and female. Not the most, not the god of fidelity. Let's put it that way. That's Hera, his wife, and we know it went down there. So to have Aphrodite here, oh, they both have aces. Ace of Flames, Ace of Cups. I feel like the soul, because this is a soulmate contract, is igniting things within them because they're not together, whether they know each other or not. And there is an opening of the heart here for this divine masculine virgin, though may have been very procedural, very by the rules, probably their own rules, and damn anyone who doesn't agree, right? Let's see where he's going. The card of judgment, absolutely. A card of revelation, right? A card of restoration, and a card of reconciliation, very often so, that something is revealed. Now, they both have major arcana cards in their third position, the trickster and revelation. I do feel like these two know each other, and I'm just wondering if this is who I think this is. I don't like it when they're personal. I don't mind little clues and tips and hints, but this is a little on the nose, and he's a Virgo. Let's keep going. 3 more cards down. We're going to ask the higher selves of all involved. You got to keep a sense of humor in this line of work. Oh, please, dearest God, Goddess, all that is, give me strength. The higher selves of all involved, apparently mine included, please. 2 cards, one for the divine feminine, divine child archetype, and one for the divine masculine virgin archetype. Please, what is the whisper of love from the higher selves of all involved? One for each. First, the divine feminine, please. I'll take that one, didn't see what it was. One for the divine masculine, please. Let's see. If my eyes could roll any further back in my head, I could see my own medulla oblongata. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. Yeah, tell me about it. Been there, done that. Have the bends from resurfacing too fast, Pisces moon that I am. I'm taking this personally, aren't I? I'll get over it. I'll meditate, I'll pray, I'll get over it. It is dark moon. So treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply, and I do, and that does make sense here with this ignition, this card of creation, of desire, that spark, that Ace of Flames, which, let's face it, in the Rider-Waite Tarot is incredibly phallic, the Ace of Flames. So to really treasure the loved ones in your life will certainly not just help pass the divine timing aspect here, but the divine child, let's not forget that archetype has that second part of it, a special connection with the divine, and love is divine power. So to love deeply might very well be what reveals the trick that had been played, perhaps on this divine feminine by the divine itself. We really can't discount the power of the coyote to teach through trickery, making things appear to be one way when really they're another. It's a sleight of hand thing. I don't like it. I'm a Virgo. I want to know. I want to know. the tea, without the shade, without the pink lemonade. I just want the truth, right? But we can't always handle the truth. Let's see what he's got. The heart of the matter. The Don Henley card. The heart of the matter. There is more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. And wouldn't that just pair well with the card of judgment? Hermes, the psychopomp in the underworld. Hermes was one of the few gods that could go willingly between the upper, middle, and underworlds. Divine masculine, it's time to get down to the heart of the matter. Go listen to the song. Because I think it's about forgiveness. Forgiveness, even if. See, but that's the thing. This is a soulmate contract, a happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual contract, so you do love each other. Screw. Well, we've got one more card down. See, I can't say the F word because then I will get demonetized for this video, but I think you could say screw. We'll find out. The Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn, a fascinating deck. Whoever is watching this, work this mantra, because as you integrate it within your own energy field, right, connecting with the soul, the subconscious mind will make this idea familiar and start manifesting it more in your life, not through law of attraction necessarily, but indirect manifestation, which is an aspect of law of attraction. That the more familiar the vibration of this healing becomes, the more you will experience this healing. And because of the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract, as you heal, the other will heal automatically. That's how it goes. Breathe. My Ascended Masters of Soul Contracts, please, one card in clarity for this Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, soulmate contract for May, June 2020, or timeless, please, involving this divine feminine, divine child archetype and this divine masculine virgin archetype. What is their perfect healing mantra? That it won't matter which one of them are watching this, the more that they recite it, they're going to help each other heal near or far. Healing heartbreak. This just came up with the Leo one before, and I'm Leo rising, so I think this is the same. Oh, healing heartbreak. My heart will love again. Will it just? Yeah, it will. My heart will love again. I mean, this really does say that these two never stopped really loving each other. They had to go through a little trick that's going to be revealed. Maybe this isn't about me at all. Muscle testing. Healing heartbreak. Shall we breathe? Please forgive me for taking this personally. It is Dark Moon. Healing heartbreak. My heart will love again. When heartbreak is healed, you are able to learn and grow from each relationship, no matter who you believe is to blame. As heartbreak is seen as life's way of breaking your heart open to expand the love you are able to give and receive, it becomes easier to pick up the pieces of your innocence, divine child, and invite greater intimacy into your life, virgin archetype. This card is ideal for dealing with resentment, releasing the past, and healing grief. Oh, good God Almighty. Let's pop up the larger picture and see if there are any other things I might have missed. What are the chances? Breathe. Magic clap. Because we've got the divine feminine with the divine child archetype in the shadow, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. The light attribute innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine, and with the angel of divine timing there makes sense. That this soulmate contract might have been put through hell before, might have gone through the ringer before, but it was all part of the divine timing. That's a path of true love for you for certain soulmate contracts. The Two of Flames. Oh, might have appeared as a twin flame in the past. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. But let's just say for the majority of us, it's the Two of Flames in terms of that indecision, not knowing what to do, where to go, what to say, or to whom, right? But kind of feeling that out, wanting to do something, but not sure of what to do. Moving into the One of Flames, a real rebirth then, not so much a step backwards from a 2 to a 1, but a reignition, a reigniting of desire, that creation, a new spark of inspiration moving them forward. And then with the card of Coyote Woman there, a trick being played, or a trick revealed there from the divine. Major Arcana card, something that was not known, maybe a bait and switch, maybe that it was a soulmate all along, but it really felt like a twin flame at the time. It doesn't matter. The voice of the higher self is saying, treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply, whether you like it or not. Jumping over to the Divine Masculine with the Virgin archetype, a fear of intimate union. Now, the reasons for that are multiple, right? Why would a virgin of any age be afraid of intimate union, afraid of getting hurt, afraid of being defiled, afraid of losing, afraid? You cannot have a thought of fear without a thought of lack. That's from Course in Miracles. But the light attribute, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit, that there is something very pure about this Divine Masculine Virgin archetype at their core, and maybe that's why they are afraid of intimate union, that symbolic purity of heart and spirit may be tainted, hurt, or wounded again. But with that card of friendship, it does say here that there is an opportunity to have a friendship here, to have an open communication, to have open lines of friendship, and to grow something more substantial with a more solid foundation. Perhaps even getting to know each other as friends more without diving into being lovers, even if they've never met before, to do this in a friendly way, as well as for this virgin to be friendly to their self and their own fears. With the Emperor in the past position here with Zeus, it really does feel like a very strong divine masculine presence, but one that might have been controlling in the past, perhaps isolated in the past, or demanding. Like controlling and demanding is really the shadow side of the Emperor, but is also very procedural, has protocols, well, this has to be in place before I can do that, that has to be in place in order to maintain the empire of the personal life. But with the Ace of Cups in the present, there's been an opening of the heart, a new feeling of love here, and it is attached to the divine child, divine feminine, because she's got that Ace of Flames, which would be the Ace of Wands. He's got the Ace of Cups. There's definitely a soul connection here, and with the card of Judgment, revelation, perhaps reconciliation if these two know each other. Again, it depends on who's watching this. It's going to be different across the quantum timelines and variations. But certainly something is revealed, and with all these retrogrades going on, let's see, we've got Pluto, we've got Saturn, we've got Venus, we've got Jupiter retrograde, good gods, then perhaps there is something that will be revealed, restored, redone, rebooted here. But with the message, oh, I get it, from the higher self here, the heart of the matter, connecting with that Ace of Cups. There's more going on here than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about, because right now both of them are healing heartbreak. My heart will love again. And I'm going to say, even if this has nothing to do with the situation that I was involved in, maybe am still involved in, it's fine if it's not. I'd rather it wasn't, honestly. But for anyone watching this, know that you are both going through a heart healing, and it looks like you are going to be brought together, what? In divine timing with friendship, that you have to be friendly with time, both of you. So as you both heal your parts of your heart, you will be able to come together, and your hearts absolutely will love again, as this soulmate contract is brought into its next stage sometime in the future, but probably not right now. But you are helping each other heal your own hearts separately and together. Madonna mia. Well, so there's your soulmate reading. There, may the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in their soulmate contracts for May, June 2020 or timeless, that they may heal their hearts, that they may grow as beings, as souls, that they may evolve, becoming the best that they can be in the fulfillment of their own divine plan, the divine plan for the soul contract and for the well-being of all. So mote it be, and so it is. Thank you for watching. I know that was a lot, and I'm sorry if I projected any of my own personal stuff into it. It is my last reading for the day, so sometimes that does happen that way, and I do apologize, or maybe you enjoyed it. It's kind of fun watching a reader struggle in that, with that whole projection thing, but so be it. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed, though, and if you are still feeling it, please do like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment in the comment section below. I would greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, wishing you, regardless, the very best and the very blessed of your soulmate contracts for May, June 2020 or timeless. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.